624, the UConn Health Center is celebrating its 50th birthday by helping you stay healthy over the age of 50.
Today we are dealing with hypertension or high blood pressure. It's incredibly common and can lead to heart failure, a stroke, or an aneurysm if left unchecked. Tim Lammers tells us the key is to check on it.
Let's place it on. Pump it up. Just like we wanted it.
I'm a perfect example. I should not have hypertension, but I do.
51-year-old Linda Abrahamson hoped to outrace her family history.
I exercise an hour and a half to 2 hours every day and have been for about 18 years. My grandmother, my mother didn't do the exercising that I did, so I figured since I'm so healthy and exercise so much that I'd be able to escape it, at least for a while.
Turns out most of us who live long enough won't be able to avoid it either.
50% of 50-year-olds have high blood pressure, 60% of 60-year-olds, and 80% of 80-year-olds.
For most people, the threshold for hypertension is a top number over 140 or a bottom number over 90.
It does occur naturally with aging, but unfortunately the consequences of it are negative.
So if you are diagnosed with hypertension, there's good news. A lot of the stuff you can do to treat it are things that you can control, things you can do from home, things you probably should have been doing or may have been doing all along.
For starters, and no shock here, you should exercise.
4 exercise episodes per week of 30 to 40 minutes or longer, aerobic or dynamic exercise, not weightlifting.
You may also know that excess sodium is a huge culprit, so a good rule to follow is to use salt only as a recipe calls for it. Don't add it as seasoning later.
You dramatically will reduce your salt intake probably by 50%, and that means no sea salt, no any salt.
A big problem is that most people don't monitor their blood pressure in the first place.
Most people are actually not symptomatic when they have high blood pressure.
And don't think that checking it once somewhere inside a pharmacy is going to be enough.
Blood pressure is highly variable.
It would be high when I was here at work, and then when I was home and at sleep, it was perfectly normal.
Out-of-office monitoring can be very different from the in-office reading.
And medication can be very effective in treating hypertension. That plus Linda's lifestyle have kept her healthy.
Perfect.
I guess when I come, he's pretty happy with my readings. He's happy where I am, and so am I.
In Farmington, I'm Tim Lammers, Fox Connecticut.
627 still ahead right here on the Fox Connecticut Morning.